Rare images that'll make you say, damn, that's rare. Someone built this surface-to-air laser missile trap thing to shoot down mosquitoes that are unfortunate enough to pass by it. I'd empty my entire savings account to have this. An image of Ivana Bacik speaking while holding up a meme of the US Vice President J.D. Vance in the Irish Parliament. Imagine looking out your airplane window and seeing this. You just know you're cooked. Someone left this metal ladder resting on a power line, so all the current traveled down the ladder and into the concrete, heating it up and creating lava. This farmer uses a thermal drone to chase away predators that would try to harm his herd in the dark of the night. An ingenious application of the technology. Here are some nice-looking tits. Tits are small, agile, and adaptable songbirds, known for their varied diets and distinctive calls. An entire house was ripped off the ground after a tornado touched down in Largo, Florida, just a few days ago. Tornadoes can be incredibly powerful, with wind speeds reaching up to 300 miles per hour in the most violent ones. The damage potential is classified using the enhanced Fujita EF scale, ranging from EF0 to EF5, with EF5 representing the most extreme and destructive tornadoes. Meet William James Sidis, a child prodigy who entered Harvard at 11. By age 6, he was lecturing professors on four-dimensional geometry. He reportedly spoke up to 40 languages, including one he created. His estimated IQ was between 200 and 250, making him one of the smartest people ever. This is the astronaut sculpture by Julian Voss Andrea, known for its disappearing effect, an optical illusion created by the artist. Voss Andrea, a former quantum physicist, uses marine-grade stainless steel to create these works, which are inspired by quantum physics and the concept of wave functions. The astronaut sculpture, specifically, is made from mirror-polished stainless steel plates joined by thousands of custom-made connectors. It weighs 600 pounds or 270 kilograms. In 2015, New Zealand wanted a new flag, and so they appealed to the public to submit designs for what they wanted the new flag to be. The masterpieces you see on screen now were some of the entries. They didn't change the flag. This video shows what an outdoor lighthouse looks like. Lighthouses originally used open fires, then oil lamps, and eventually electricity. The first known lighthouse was the Pharaohs of Alexandria, built around 280 BC, and it was considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. What you are looking at is a series of extremely questionable architecture. It really makes you wonder what kind of psychopath it takes to create these absolutely egregious crimes against humanity. It's actually crazy that these are real. Just recently in China's Guizhou province, a whole city was flooded and has been submerged due to constant heavy rainfall and poor drainage. In 2018, this thief, Hung Fuok Nguyen, was caught using a sketch. This was the sketch that led to his arrest. I'd be so mad, bro. These images show the evolution of McDonald's from the 1990s to the 2000s and finally the 2020s. How much would your friends have to pay you to convince you to do something incredibly unhinged like this? This guy putting all of his trust into that parachute is insane, considering around 1 in 1,000 parachute openings don't go to plan. This is Oh Johan from South Korea, the man who broke the world pull-up record for most pull-ups in a 24-hour period. He ended the day with a staggering 11,707 pull-ups. I can't even get past 5 without feeling like I just got flash and gang banged at the same time. This was a lion's reaction to tasting lettuce. Did you know lions physically cannot digest vegetables? This is because they lack the necessary enzymes to break down and extract nutrients from plant matter effectively. Octopus camouflage is so precise, they can even mimic grains of sand on the ocean floor. They can achieve this level of detail in a fraction of a second, faster than a human blink. This remarkable ability is due to specialized pigment-containing cells called chromatophores, which are controlled by the octopus's nervous system. The owner of a Detroit car wash, who recently passed away, had a helicopter drop thousands of dollars onto people in his city as his last dying wish. Why can't cool stuff like this ever happen in my city? This elevator in Japan has an emergency toilet. You think this is genius or just a dumb idea? Cicada rain, also known as cicada pee, is a phenomenon where isolated water droplets appear to be falling from trees, caused by cicadas urinating. Cicadas consume large amounts of tree sap and they expel the excess as urine. This urination is often in the form of high-velocity jets, sometimes reaching up to 10 feet per second. Budapest saw a massive pride turnout despite its government's ban and threats to the participants. Here's an incredible-looking close-up of a fast-flowing river of lava rushing out from the Kilauea volcano, one of the world's most active volcanoes in Hawaii. Apparently in Finland, they label the extra-large size as American size. A mesocyclone was spotted at Enderlin, North Dakota just this month. They are rotating updrafts within a thunderstorm, often associated with severe weather, and are typically 2 to 10 miles in diameter. That can lead to strong winds, large hail, and tornadoes. They are also a key feature of supercell thunderstorms. Imagine going out to do a bit of gardening and ending up making a new friend in the process. That's what happened to this person. This weird-looking cluster of giant green sea anemones are found in the Pacific Northwest intertidal zones. This is the main artwork seen on the tunnels of Toronto's Union Station. Since its installment in 2015, the artwork has been widely criticized by the city's residents for its depressive, dreary, and unsettling nature. The way this guy just casually uproots a colony of yellow jackets with nothing but a piece of cloth, as if these wasps are not known for aggressively defending their nests and their ability to sting multiple times. This clip shows these unique train tracks that run over the sea, connecting the Halogen Islands in the North Sea to the mainland in northern Germany. If you're riding a train on this track and you see a green moss head looking dude accompanied by a crazy looking Brazilian kid with ADHD, I'd suggest you get off immediately. This large crow sculpture is part of an art installation titled When the Rubber Meets the Road by Canadian artist Gerald Beaulieu. The sculpture is made entirely from recycled tires and measures 16 feet long. This man riding down the Black Hills, a beautiful area renowned for its breathtaking lunar-esque terrain and a popular spot for mountain biking and enduro in southern France. The shock wave from this explosion was so strong that it broke this person's windshield. Shock waves are actually so overpowered and travel faster than the speed of sound in a medium. China has built a 50-meter, or 165 feet, tall inflatable dome over a construction site in Jinan to protect the surroundings from dust and noise. The structure spans a whopping 20,000 square meters. So this is crazy. Every February, Mexican locals fix homemade explosives to the heads of hammers and celebrate the Festival of the Exploding Hammers by, you guessed it, detonating these homemade explosives as a tribute to San Juanito. This is the incredible view from Babadağ Mountain in Turkey. It boasts a principal summit at 1,969 meters and a second peak at 1,400 meters, separated by a flood valley, and is accessible only by cable car. This is what this insanely deep A30 deep water pool looks like after it's been emptied for maintenance. It's designed for deep water activities like diving training. This was the last photo taken by an Italian motorcyclist who was unalived in a bear attack on the Transfiguration Road in Romania. So this is insane. This clip captures the exact moment a manta ray pulls off an unreal juke, jumping out of the water to escape this unrelenting hammerhead that was hot on its tail. A NASA astronaut on the ISS captured this image of this sprite, a type of transient luminous event, over Mexico in the US. Watch this owl's extremely cute reaction to seeing its own feather. Did you know their eyes are tube-shaped and fixed in their sockets, meaning they can't move their eyeballs and need to turn their heads to see in different directions, which they achieve with the help of the 14 vertebrae in their necks, allowing them to rotate their heads 270 degrees. This Turkish doner kebab master straps an ice block to his waist to survive the heat when working next to the vertical meat furnace. Watch out, gents. This guy's parallel parking technique is so impressive, he might actually steal your girl. Explorers found these 500-year-old artifacts from a forgotten civilization that they initially thought was trash in a remote Mexican cave. These mysterious craters found in the Siberian permafrost, particularly on Russia's Yamal Peninsula, are believed to be formed by explosive releases of methane gas that had been trapped beneath the permafrost. Did you know people used to be infected with malaria to treat syphilis? This unusual but effective idea was proposed by Julius Wagner Jauregg, for which he received the Nobel Prize. The high temperature caused by malaria killed the syphilis bacteria, and then the patients were rid of the malaria. This very interesting image of a woman at Download Festival 2025 was captured in England. At the 1996 Olympics, American gymnast Carrie Strug defied the odds and an injured ankle to earn the gold medal by nailing an unprecedented one-legged landing on a precarious vault. Those were a lot of big words. I hope I sounded smart there. This clip shows a red rock crab releasing her larvae into the ocean. They then hatch into larvae immediately upon contact with seawater and are swept out to sea by waves and currents. This inspiring clip of bodybuilder Jackson Shaw competing even though he has a paralyzed arm, which stems from a serious snowmobile accident that occurred almost 2 years prior and left his left arm paralyzed. An entire home with people still inside was swept away by the severe flooding in Texas Hill Country recently. This bald eagle was really trying its hardest to airlift this opossum. Only problem was, they both weigh roughly the same size, which leaves us with this Looney Tunes situation here. So this is the coolest thing I've probably seen all year. This is what the POV from inside the iconic monster truck, the Gravedigger, which is arguably the most famous monster truck of all time, looks like. It was created by the legend Dennis Anderson in 1982, initially as a mud bogger. He was also the original and most famous driver. Monster trucks are so cool, man. This is what happens when radon, an invisible radioactive gas, is introduced into a cloud chamber, a device used to visualize the tracks of subatomic particles. Lahaina Noon, also known as a zero shadow day, is a celestial event that occurs twice a year in the tropics, including Hawaii, which is the only U.S. state that experiences Lahaina Noon, when the sun passes directly overhead at solar noon. This causes vertical objects like flagpoles to cast no shadows, which then gives us this trippy effect. 7 engineers were suspended after they built this abomination of a bridge with a 90-degree turn. Suspension ain't enough for me. They need to go to jail for this. This bone-chilling monstrosity is called the Siren's Curse, a tilt coaster at Cedar Point, themed around the legend of sirens luring sailors to their doom with captivating songs. And the ride's mechanics are designed to evoke this experience. Riders ascend a 160-foot tower where the platform tilts them into a 90-degree vertical drop position before the coaster plunges down into the rest of the 2,966-foot track. What an evil thing to create. This is what 3 years of taking steroids can do to a person. This wristband can literally save your life from drowning. It's called the Kingi Wearable, the world's smallest personal inflatable flotation device, designed to be worn on the wrist and provides buoyancy to help prevent drowning. The device is reusable and can be inflated multiple times by replacing the CO2 cartridges. This retired firefighter was invited to the graduation of a girl he saved 17 years ago from her crib during a house fire. After a $1.6 billion investment and years of hard work, the Seine River in France, which was once heavily polluted, is now clean enough to swim in for the first time in over a century. This is what the river looked like before its insane transformation. This firework from the 4th looks like it's about to blow its payload all over the place. Literally, the only reason I don't live in a house like this is because horror movies like The Shining are a thing, and I guess also because I'm not a mega billionaire. Please subscribe so I can buy a horror cabin in the middle of nowhere. This is Jensen Dean, an incredible artist that is shown here painting famous manly man Arnold Schwarzenegger with only dumbbells. Incredible stuff. So this guy is a longtime supporter of President Trump. He even donated almost all of his net income to the Trump campaign. His wife got detained by ICE and has been held in federal immigration custody since May 2025. This is Snooty, a female lemon shark famous for her permanent smile caused by a jaw deformation, making her a local celebrity in Jupiter, Florida.